CVO Chronicles continued. I'd like to talk about the VVT breather system. We've got laid out here in the toolbox the original Milwaukee 8-cylinder head, which just happens to have one of our billet breather systems in it. Looks pretty in there, it's nice and red. If you look at the VVT cylinder head, where the breather would go is all blocked off. So there's no more cylinder head breather with the VVT. The engine is now being 100% breathed through the top of the transmission cover, and they're routing it to the back of the air cleaner. But you can see the port here, so you've got the line that's going from the top transmission cover to the back of the airbox, which is then getting some vacuum pull and running through the intake manifold. You can see here side by side the valve springs. I know we've talked about this silly white paint that the factory's using on the VVT heads, but want to make note that our retainers, seats, and valve seals do fit the springs that they're using for the VVT. It's a nice retrofittable part for us, and kind of once again want to showcase cylinder heads, the combustion chamber. You see the difference there. We'd also like to show you the top of the piston. Just took this cylinder head off. You can see it's wet. And the intake manifold is dry, so the oil's not coming from there, but I do believe that it's coming from the valve seal. Something that we're against, kind of always have been, is the umbrella style valve seals. We feel once the valve train goes into some harmonics and you get some fluttering out of the valve springs, it causes the seat or the valve seal in the Harley application to flutter and create a pump and push some oil through it. Much more prefer the Viton style seals, which we did put on the cylinder head, and we're going to run for a minute. Something else that should be noted is the factory is now using MLS gaskets right out of the get-go. You can also tell that this is much thicker. I think we're looking at about a 70 thousandths MLS gasket on here. This here is the coolant line right here, line for the vent that plugs into the back of the air cleaner. So here's the port for the breather system, and then it ends up getting some vacuum in there in through the intake manifold. We'll keep you guys informed as we learn more with this VVT model. However, I will say that I am a fan of them eliminating that cylinder head breather, because I do believe that that's been a problematic issue with the Milwaukee 8s, hence our aftermarket product that we created for the original Milwaukee 8-cylinder heads. You know, it is saddening that they removed the ability for us to sell that as an aftermarket component. However, I think it was a good move. I'm a fan of venting out of the oil tank, and you can also tell through our vented dipstick that we do prefer venting out of the oil tank. This model right here, we do have the vented dipstick in, and do believe that that helped us with some of the original oil leaks that we had on this bike. But we'll keep you guys posted as we tear into this and learn more. We'll pass on to you. Thanks.